Hey guys, today we have Shiva Ranjani and she is having 6 years of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices. And those who want to give same free mock interview, please fill out the form below in the description. So let's get started. Hey, hello, hi Shiva Ranjani, how are you?
I'm good. How about you, Ali?
Yes, I'm also good. Shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Can you please first introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
Okay. As you
Yeah.
know, my name is Shivaranjani Duraraj. I have
Mm-hmm.
6 plus years of experience as a
Mm-hmm.
Java developer and
Okay.
completely into backend.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm working in enterprise applications and it's internet-based applications. Okay, right?
Okay.
This is related to something government-related projects.
Mm-hmm.
Officials have to update their details in their in our systems. That's it. Like they want to keep the track of all entire histories and all. They will use the systems. They will go into the place and investigate and take the photographs or videos and take
Mm-hmm.
some evidence and then just upload it into our
Mm-hmm.
base. I mean our systems.
So have you worked with in your project, have you worked with hash map or hash set?
Hash map. Yeah.
Okay. So what happens when two different Java objects have the same hash code and how do you handle such a scenario?
Yeah, it actually collision happens
Okay.
when you are trying to
Uh-huh.
actually if it is different keyword then different same keyword the collision won't happens because the value will be overridden.
Mm-hmm.
But if two different keys generating the same hash code, then the
Mm-hmm.
collision will happens, right? For this, first we can override the hash code method
Okay.
in inside the class. Then
Okay.
here you should use the unique hash code algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Then only, yeah, each time it will give you the unique index, so that collision occurrence will be reduced. And linked list, actually it's internally already there in the hash map. For example, each index you consider is an array of array. The
Mm-hmm.
array will have the linked list. For example, one key will be stored, the another key which is having the same index will be
So
stored
when
in
there
the.
are a lot of collisions
Mm.
happen, so what actually happen internally? Like, do you know after Java 8 version, do we use a
Uh,
red black tree as well
yeah,
somewhere?
balance tree. Actually, after Java 8, they have converted into, I mean, instead of using linked list, they are using the now red black tree. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Mm.
okay. Uh, and do you know about the difference between comparable and comparator?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Comparable. Yeah, yeah. Comparable actually is an interface which is having
Mm-hmm.
method compared to, it's an interface, functional interface,
Okay.
I can say. If you want to do sorting operations depending on the natural sorting order, then you can go
Mm-hmm.
with comparator. I mean comparable. And if you want to customize your sorting operations, then you can go for the comparator, which is having a method called compare.
So have you customized sorting before? And
Yes.
if yes, for what purpose you have done?
Mm, to short the applications based on the person who is
So this is
creating.
related to your recent project or some different project?
Yeah, different. Before that, I have
Okay,
used.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm.
Before moving ahead, I would like to share one important thing.
Mm.
So, hey guys, if you are not able to crack your interviews, then you can check our interview preparation kit. It has helped thousands of candidates in cracking their interviews. In this, we give the job support and referrals as well. Basically, this kit has four parts. The first part is complete interview preparation material. This contains 16 documents step by step with practice quizzes where all the content is organized and available in one place. The second part is two real enterprise projects, one based in Sweden and the other in the USA. There will be video explanation, prototype source code, PDF documents, and quizzes for each project. If someone already has projects and they can take this as a reference and prepare accordingly. The third part is 7 days of chat support for all your doubts on projects, preparation material, or any other guidance. The fourth part is job support and referrals for the deserving candidates. I have provided the link to get this below in the description. Please check out once and it may change your life literally. So now, moving to our question. So, do you know the difference between finalize method and finalize keyword? Uh, Shiva Ranjani?
Finalize keyword, you mean
No, no,
Finalize one.
finalize method and finally keyword or finally block. Sorry, to be
Yeah.
precise, finally block.
Yeah, finary blocks, which is comes with the exception handling, like whatever you are opening the resources inside the
Uh-huh.
try block, you have to close it in when you are outside the try block, right? For that,
Okay.
you can use the try block to close the resources or clean up the
Mm-hmm.
resources. So if any exception happens or not happen, however, the finalize block will be executed to clean up
Okay.
process, and the finalize method, right? So it will
Mm-hmm.
be executed. This is also the same purpose to clean up the process, but it is called by the garbage collector. Before
Mm-hmm.
you destroy the object, you need to clean up the resources who are all
Mm-hmm.
attached with that object, right? To do
Mm-hmm.
the purpose, we are internally garbage collector using the finalize method. Yeah.
So do we still use finalize method or it is deprecated nowadays?
I heard we nowadays GC1 introduced the
Hmm.
modern
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
I
Correct,
think it's
correct.
got replaced. GC1 introduced. After that, we are not using it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So
Mm.
how does JVM handle memory leaks and what tools or techniques would you use to identify and fix a memory leak in your application?
About the memory leaks,
Yeah.
first thing
So
is
first thing is, first question is, did you face any memory leak in your career?
now, actually, I faced OOM error only,
Okay,
out
okay.
of memory error, and this one
Uh,
memory leak I never faced, but I know certain things can lead
mm-hmm.
to the memory
Okay.
leaks. First thing is if any other variables, I mean any thing it's not related to the
Mm-hmm.
object, you should make
Mm-hmm.
it at statics, so it will be under the class level.
Okay.
And any unused, don't create so many objects which is not
Mm-hmm.
used in futures, so it can do a memory leak. And especially the
Mm-hmm.
hash map, right? Hash
Yeah, yeah.
map, hash map, it dominates the garbage collections because
Okay.
even if it is not attached with any references, it
Mm-hmm.
dominates the garbage collector. So garbage collector cannot collect the hash map. So better properly use the hash map, I would suggest that. Yeah.
Okay. And what do we have any tool?
Tool
Have you
I
heard
have.
about JProfiler, Visual VM,
Mm-hmm.
Eclipse Memory Analyzer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you know the difference between class loader and class.forName method?
Yes. You mean class loader first, is it?
Yeah, yeah, class loader
Class loader. Okay. Class dot for name to load the class. I mean,
into
at the
memory.
runtime, yeah, at the runtime, you don't know what's the object is coming. I mean, you are going to create an object. You are not sure about the class name. Then
Mm-hmm.
by using the new instance, you will create the object for it. And before that, you need to load, right. For that, you can use class dot for name and
Uh-huh.
uh, system dot class loader. System dot class loader to load the, I think, native libraries, to load the
Uh,
native libraries inside the
Not
step.
system.class loader, it's
Mm.
class.forName.
Class load dot for name.
Yeah. It
This
also
is, yeah,
loads.
a driver class, to load the driver class.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
DB driver class.
Hmm. Okay. Have you worked with string builder, string buffers, string?
Yes.
Can you discuss a scenario where string builder is preferable over string buffer?
String buffer actually is synchronized. All methods are synchronized.
Uh-huh.
It's the same as same like string, and string
Okay.
is immutable. String buffer
Uh-huh.
is not immutable,
Okay.
and yeah, string buffer is I mean, string buffer is a thread safe. String
Mm-hmm.
builder is not a thread safe.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, the objects is keep on changing, and the scenario is. What we can see, yeah, the user informations, if you want to keep the data consistent, then you should go for the string buffer. And string builder, what's the scenario?
Okay. Uh, okay. So do you know about Java memory model?
Java memory model. Java memory model. No.
Uh, yeah, yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's go ahead. Mm, uh, have you heard about generational garbage collection?
Yes, generation garbage collection. Yeah.
What's that? Can you give us an overview?
Okay. In the
Yeah.
heap, right, we have now we are splitting into two space. One is the younger
Mm-hmm.
generation, and then it's older
Mm-hmm.
generation. So when you initially create the objects will
Mm-hmm.
be stored in the younger generation, especially the hidden space. Once, yeah, it will be stored in the hidden space. So for
Mm-hmm.
multiple garbage collection process takes place, then
Mm-hmm.
after also the object is still exists, it's alive, then it will go for the survivor phase. Here the
Okay.
survivor phase, it will
Uh,
have the two phases on S0 and S1. Then
okay.
here also, yeah, now here also there is a garbage collection process will take.
Mm-hmm.
So here also the object still exists, then it will move to the older generation. Here, yeah, it's like in older generation, here also the garbage collection process takes place, but the thing is here it's a
Mm-hmm.
costliest process. It won't happen so quickly compared to the
Okay.
younger generation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm.
Uh, like I asked you one question about class loader. So,
Mm.
there are three things in class loader: bootstrap, extension, and system. Do you know about those stuff?
Class loader, bootstrap class loader, yeah, bootstrap class loader. I remember it.
If you are not aware, it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Actually, and yeah, when inside the JDK JVM is there, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
runtime environment along with we will have the some libraries. Those libraries to sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
Mm.
Okay. So, tell me what makes an object immutable in Java, first thing. And second thing, provide a scenario where using immutable objects would be advantageous over mutable ones.
Okay. Immutable. I mean, first I want to tell how to create the immutable object. Is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, to make the object is immutable, first you need to provide the final for the class, and yeah, class should be final, and
Okay.
variables should be of private and final, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, have the parameters constructor which initialize all the parameters, and you
Mm-hmm.
should not include any setter methods. You can
Okay.
have set getter method, but you should not have the setter method. And by this
Mm-hmm.
way, yeah, you can make the object is immutable.
Mm-hmm.
And the scenario is like some scenarios, for example, one employee is there, and
Hmm? I didn't get you. Come again.
yeah, this is how we can create the
Okay,
immutable.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I understood. In the second part, uh,
what's the scenario, right?
yeah, yeah, scenario.
Mm, immutable object scenarios. Okay.
Uh,
I think
in concurrent application, can we use immutable objects?
concurrent objects, is it?
Yeah, that
Concurrent.
do not require synchronization, something like that.
A copy on write array list, copy on write array it. Yeah, it uses the synchronization. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
So the answer is yeah,
mm,
like we can, I mean, the scenario might
mm.
be in concurrent application. So I think we should use
Okay.
immutable objects.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So have you heard about Java serialization?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
And serialization attacks?
Serialization attacks.
Huh.
No. Serialization attacks.
Okay. So what is Java serialization?
Okay, whenever you are trying to pass through the network, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to convert the object into binary. Uh, so the process of converting object into binary, it's called
Uh-huh.
serialization, and we have the marker interface for to achieve that. That is a serializable interface. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And the reverse process is called deserialization, and
Deserialization.
yeah, and we have one a modifier called volatile. If you don't want to serialize by a particular variable, you can mention it
Mm-hmm.
volatile, and
Okay.
it will be provided with the default value when you send over the network. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Uh, do you know the difference between error, runtime exception, and exception?
Yes. So the throw is topmost rootless for the every exceptions, and the
Mm-hmm.
throw further is split into exception and error. Error, which something we cannot handle, it's related to system resources, right? And exceptions is something we can handle it. It's an unwanted event that happens, and if the exception happens, the rest of the program will won't work. So to smooth process of the program execution, we should handle it either by a try catch or throws keyword. And runtime exceptions comes under the exception only, and runtime exceptions like null pointer exception, array index of top bound exceptions, and index of top bounds exception, null pointer, and yeah, much more IO exceptions. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know about composition over inheritance principle?
Composition. Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Inheritance is all about reusability, right? For
Mm-hmm.
example, yeah, parent class properties and behaviors you can achieve, you can acquire by the child class. It's called IC relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and we have composition. It is called hash relationship. Like you don't want to have every methods or every properties from the parent class. You need specific methods. Then you can go for the composition. You just create. It's like for the inheritance, you can achieve by the extends keyword, but in case of composition, we don't have the specific keywords. Like by using the keyword called new, I could say, like create the object inside the word class and use whatever method you want. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So moving ahead, if you need to secure a REST API in a Spring Boot application,
Mm.
what security methods would you consider and why?
I would say first JWT token, JWT,
Okay.
and auth. Say
Okay.
auth. Yeah. And JWT actually for the first time, if you got the authentication success, each
Mm-hmm.
time when you send the request, you just need to token to verify your
Mm-hmm.
authentication.
Okay.
For authorization, you should go for the what to or what provider. Like it
Mm-hmm.
will have your user details and the permissions also. So each
Mm-hmm.
time when you send the request is, and it will check your roles and permissions also. If you have a
Mm-hmm.
permission center, it will check
Mm-hmm.
everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. And how does Spring Boot auto configuration mechanism work, or can we override this?
Yes, we can do.
Okay.
First thing is when you yeah, or when your application starts,
Mm-hmm.
it's combination of the Spring Boot application. It combines of three annotations, right? One is at
Mm-hmm.
enable auto configurations, auto configurations. Another one
Mm-hmm.
is a component scan. So first annotation itself auto enable auto configurations. This will do the uh, whatever it will provide automatic setup for your Spring Boot applications. Like then it will look for the conditions also. Like we can override by using the conditional classes, like at at conditional class, at conditional missing bean, at conditional
Mm-hmm.
properties, kind of conditional beans we can use
Mm-hmm.
in scenarios, and we can use the profilers also to make
Okay.
overlay these things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we can customize those things, and at auto configuration, and it will do yeah, for example, before the Spring Boot, we need to tell every dependencies explicitly. But
Mhm.
after the Spring Boot, you no need to consider about those things. Spring automatically
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, discover and registers the beans,
Okay.
and the life cycle will be handled. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, so moving ahead, if you were to scale an application for high traffic, what Spring Boot features would you leverage?
Spring Boot Cloud, actually,
Hmm.
we have cloud balanced is there.
Correct.
It will do the client side load balancing for us
Mm-hmm.
based on the whenever a user sends a request, which instances has the less requests, then it will
Uh-huh.
point the requests to the correct instances.
Okay.
And yeah,
And other than Spring Cloud?
Spring Cloud, Spring Cloud, other than Spring Cloud, what is horizontal scaling?
Horizontal scaling.
Yeah.
So we can do this all, I think, under Spring Cloud and Cloud. This
Mm.
is cloud related stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Computer.
So moving ahead, uh, can you
Yes,
please explain Spring Bean life cycle?
Spring Bean life cycle.
Hmm.
Okay. Spring Bean life cycle. Okay. Actually, in spring,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, most of the bean scopes are singleton, and
Okay.
we, yeah, spring okay, scope types. I know what's the spring Bean cycle. Uh, Actually, I couldn't remember right now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. No
Mm.
worries. Okay, so it's, I mean, first initialization, something like that, resource allocation, implementing
Mm.
cleanup, and
Okay.
yeah, these kind of stuff. So, okay, moving ahead, if you were tasked with ensuring high availability for a Spring Boot e-commerce application during peak times, what architectural decisions would you make?
Uh, it going to handle large number of users. Is it make concurrent actions?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Then I think we should go for the Webflux and Kafka.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Webflux and Kafka. Yeah.
And can we
Mm.
use some other stuff? Uh,
Webflux, Kafka, and something else.
okay.
Mm.
Okay. So imagine you are developing a Spring Boot application that handles sensitive customer data. So how
Mm.
would you securely manage and store this data?
Okay. For example, for to store the
Mm-hmm.
okay. Um, so for this, we can use a Spring Cloud config server. So whatever you
Okay.
want to maintain, yeah, whatever you want to secure the data,
Mm-hmm.
it should not be in the code. It should be away from the code. It should be
Mm-hmm.
externalized. Okay. So for this,
Mm-hmm.
we can use Git repo also. You just have one file, and whatever you can use the key value pair also. Um, for the sensitive data, and you just write it, and you commit it to the git repo, and whenever you need, then you can access it from the git repo directly. This is the best way. And we can for the password and or any other stuff. Sometimes if it is readable by the users, we can scramble it, like the
Mm-hmm.
user who is access to the sensitive data, they can able to read it, right? So we can do that.
Mm. Correct, correct.
Mm.
Okay, so moving ahead, what testing strategies do you recommend for Spring Boot application?
Not okay. Strategies test driven, you mean kind of.
Okay.
mm, First, I don't know. Currently, we are following the same, like develop and do the testing. For
First,
the,
we should start with unit test cases, right?
mm,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then we can go for integration and some other
mm,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So have you integrated your application with any NoSQL database?
NoSQL. No. I have
No.
used Redis for a cache implementation. I've done it.
Redis. Okay. So how can we implement Redis in our
Uh,
project?
Okay, for this we have dependency radius dependency, and
Mm-hmm.
you just need to include the dependencies, and
Mm-hmm.
we have and then you need to enable the caching by
Mm-hmm.
using enable caching,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever you are trying to get the data on
Mm-hmm.
the top of the method, you should put a catchable,
Mm-hmm.
and if in
Do we
case what
have default caching mechanism in Spring Boot?
I think think there,
Okay.
think there, yeah.
And what logging things you would suggest? Uh, Logging methods,
Logging
default one or third
Log4j
party?
or SL4j.
Okay. There is one default logging mechanism also available, right?
Yeah,
So
logger,
yeah,
right?
log back, I think.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So which
Mm.
one would you suggest? A log back or log4j2?
Log4j2.
Why?
We can, we can categorize, right? This one like info level
Cannot
logs.
we do this in log back?
I didn't use it, and
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Okay. So, mm, mm. Okay. So can you describe a scenario where we can implement asynchronous messaging?
synchronous messaging. Okay.
Yeah,
Is it
asynchronous messaging.
asynchronous?
Yes.
Yeah, this is like when you want to communicate email, when you want to send the email or
Uh-huh.
notifications to the
Okay.
users. In this case, you I mean, whenever we are making the order, if you want to send the
Mm-hmm.
notifications to the user, then we can go for the this. And any other scenario like think email notifications only for me. Then anything else, I think that's it for me.
Okay. Okay, so let's say you notice that a Spring Boot application you are working on is slightly slower in production than the development environment. So how would you go about fixing the problem?
Come again?
Let's say you observed your application is slower in a production environment,
Mm.
but it's good in development environment. So how would you fix this issue?
Okay, first we can use actuator. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
it's a tool we can use for monitoring and managing the applications
Okay.
and to check the statuses. In
Mm-hmm.
case of it is microservices environment, we can use Zipkin or Zipkin. Yeah, Zipkin to know it. Yeah, it is a distributed systems. We can track where the services is getting slow like that.
Okay.
Then first we can do, yeah, we can verify by using the actuator and what
Mm-hmm.
are the status. Then we can verify with the logs, anything, any patterns, any errors occurs.
So which
Free
which
mm.
logging visualizing tool would you prefer?
Visualizing tool. Okay, I
We
think
have Splunk,
and Grafana,
Grafana.
Grafana, Grafana. Yeah.
So which one would you prefer and why?
Mm,
Let's say if client approached
mm,
you to work on some project and you are leading that project and client
mm.
asks you which one should we use for visualizing because in the end client need to purchase a subscription or license. So which one would you uh, prefer or why?
Uh, Actually, currently we are using AWS Cloud Watch to verify the logs, and
Hmm.
I heard about this Grafana. I mean, Grafana is
Okay,
fine.
you heard about only. You haven't
Mm,
worked on this Splunk
mm,
and Grafana. Okay, you
yeah,
worked on this AWS side.
AWS Cloud
Okay,
Watch.
so how does that work?
AWS Cloud Watch, actually, it's a configurable one, and
Okay.
when you deploy the applications,
Uh-huh.
it will be splitted into many buckets like app logs, badge of logs,
Mm-hmm.
and middleware logs. Everything will be splitted, and
Okay.
yeah, it will be configured.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is it will provide you the insect, like you can search using the insect, and we can use the
Mm-hmm.
lambda expressions also on there
Mm-hmm.
to search effectively. um, I think apart from that, yeah, the based on the time and date we can specify and search for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. So, mm, let's say, so how would you handle a situation where a merge conflict occurs in a critical piece of code just before your production deployment?
Okay. For this first, merge conflict, right? You were saying merge
Yeah, yeah,
conflict.
merge conflicts.
Yeah. First, in your local, you have to you need to check
Mm-hmm.
where the conflicts occurs, and you need to
Mm-hmm.
talk to the developers who worked in that file also.
Mm-hmm.
Then you compare both files, and first thing is both codes should be there. Who are all
Mm-hmm.
working there, both codes should be there. Then at locally, once you have done the changes, and you should test it in local first before you moving to merge or commit to the protections. You should test. This is what I will follow.
Okay. And also, tell me, let's say you guys are working on some feature and you successfully tested
Mm.
in your local and in
Mm.
dev environment, right? But now it's time to release that feature in production. Okay.
Mm.
But in
Mm.
production, you guys are facing some issue. So how do you encounter this?
We can use the active profile in Spring Boot, right? We
Uh-huh.
can, yeah, we can change the environment. I mean, active profile to the production. Then from the local, you can try to debug it.
No, no, I'm saying it's working on local and dev environment, but as soon as you release in the production environment, it is not working.
First, maybe first we need to check the dependencies versions if it is any conflicts. Need
Mm-hmm.
to check the versions conflicts. Then then I will verify the logs only. First, I would check the logs, and in case if the bean is not discoverable, then those things we need to check.
Hmm.
And I
Okay,
think,
okay. All right.
yeah,
Okay. How would you optimize a Maven build for a large project with multiple modules?
to optimize. Okay. This one optimize before you build. You need to clean up the. You need to clean first. Uh, then
Okay. Have
you,
you faced any dependencies conflict in your Maven project?
dependency. No, as of now, I never faced the dependency conflict.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So now I will share
Mm.
a few coding problems,
Mm.
and you need to share your screen and uh,
Mm.
you have to solve in any editor.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think couldn't share it.
Why?
Host disabled the attendee screening sharing.
Hmm?
Host disabled the screen sharing. I get
Once
the message.
again.
Yeah.
Hmm. Make host, put in it. Now try.
Yeah. Yeah. I think is it visible?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Mm.
Okay. So the first question is mm, you are given a list of employee objects,
Mm.
each with property, name, and
Mm.
salary.
Okay.
Name is string and salary is double. You
Okay.
have to use a stream API to find the employee with the second highest salary and
Oh,
return its name.
okay.
And assume Employee is the object name of employee.
Implies
Yeah,
object.
small case employee is the
Mm.
name of the object
Mm.
of the employee.
Okay.
Yeah. Just do one thing.
Mm.
Just write code. Uh, don't
Okay.
write this employee object and all. I just want to check the logic only.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Or you can say
Mm.
you can assume a list of an integer and just find the second highest number in the list. Just
Oh,
yeah, first declare a list, declare and
mm.
initialize a list, and then just find the second highest number in the list.
Okay. Second one, right? Okay.
7.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Now let's
Hmm.
move to the second question. Second question is you are given a list
Okay.
that contains salaries of the employees. Okay. Just
Hmm.
assume you are given a list of numbers
Hmm.
and you have to count how many salaries have an greater than 1000
Okay.
or assume 10,000 greater than 10,000.
Okay.
Yeah, just initialize a list and just assume six
Uh,
thousand, 7,000, 12,000. Add one more,
hmm.
add 12,000 because you have to find the great
More
who are
10,000.
greater than and change 9,000 to something greater than 10,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Count, right?
Yeah, yeah, count.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, please and share your screen.
it's not sharing, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
you are sharing, I'm saying.
okay.
So yeah, Shiva Ranjani, it's done from my end.